Evelyn A. Yeah, she was the first Miss America, 1954. She was the one who introduced the Nash Metropolitan, the car, the Nash Metropolitan, and she's riding in a 1954.
Hence the cars.
Hence the cars. Hence the cars.
Now that shot is a wonderful display of how the people are lined up as far back as we can see and as deep as the stores and the boardwalk will allow them.
Yeah, there are bleacher seating and regular traditional chair seating that people buy, and some people have been buying the same seats for 20, 30, even 40 years. I've done a lot of parade broadcasts before, but this is the first time I've done it from in front of the home of Miss America. We're right in front of historic Boardwalk Hall. There is no finer, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm a homer, no finer arena in the country. And as a matter of fact, Polestar magazine named Boardwalk Hall, recently renovated to the tune of $105 million, named it the #1 entertainment venue, up to 15,000 seats in the United States. So we're on some hallowed and sacred ground here.
This is a very traditional summer resort, and I found it interesting that the Miss America pageant originated as a way to extend the summer season.
Right, in 1921, a group of local businessmen got together, and they thought the summer shouldn't end at Labor Day. They wanted to stretch it out another week, so they decided to come up with a contest to see who the prettiest girl was. And at first, it was not different states. It was called the Intercity Beauty Contest, and girls from about 10 or 12 cities around the country came in, and Margaret Gorman, who had just turned 16 years old from Washington, D.C., whose real talent was marble shooting, became the very first winner. She was not Miss America then. She won the Intercity Beauty Contest. A couple years later, it became known as the Miss Atlantic City Contest. And in the mid-1920s, an enterprising newspaper reporter decided that the winner of this contest should be called Miss America, and that's the name that stuck.
And it has remained here in Atlantic City ever since then. Sometimes people consider moving it, but it always seems to stay here at America's Playground.
It's because it is a tradition. People from around the community throughout the past 84 years have volunteered as chaperones, as security personnel. There are hundreds and hundreds of behind-the-scene volunteers that make this organization tick. And were it not for them, it's very possible this organization could have left Atlantic City many years ago. It didn't. It's still here. It's weathered the storm. There have been all literally.
We are bringing you live coverage of the Miss America Parade. We are live on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, and we are awaiting. We thank Robin Stevens for that.
Yes, there were people.
We are awaiting the arrival of the first contestants, and what I found interesting is that they actually start at the end of the alphabet as opposed to the beginning of the alphabet.
That alternates. The last shall be first this year, and next year the first shall be last. Yeah, last year it went in alphabetical order, and this year they go reverse alphabetical order. So we'll be seeing Miss Wyoming will be our first contestant appearance.
You just we're seeing people showing the shoes. If this is new for you, the parade has developed this tradition where the contestants would be coming down the boardwalk, and the spectators would say, "Show us your shoes."
Well, the people we're seeing now are former Miss Americas. Of Kaylani Ray Raffio, we just saw her. She should be coming past us in a minute. Miss America 1988, looking just as beautiful today as she did, wow, 16 years ago when she wore the crown.
Who are still showing their shoes.
Still showing their shoes, and they're all riding in Nash Metropolitans. Apparently, the Nash Metropolitan has a big fan club like the Corvair does and the Edsel does, and they were able to put together a whole bunch of them. Here's Debbie Turner, who should be coming by. Oh, here we are.
She still has the wave, doesn't she?
No, you never lose that wave. The cupped hand, back and forth. You mentioned, Lynn, show us your shoes, and we can talk about where that came from. The official pageant line on that is that there were people dressing up as Miss America contestants to come out and support them during the parade, but they couldn't see the shoes because the girls were sitting on the back deck of the convertibles and they weren't able to see down inside them. So finally, one person yelled, "Show us your shoes." That's the official Miss America line. Now, unofficially, and the urban legend that everyone supports is, yes, there were people dressed up as Miss America, but they were drag queens. And one of them realized, looking down from a second-floor apartment on the boardwalk, that the girls, having been on their feet for 2 weeks rehearsing and dancing and going to judges' interviews, they rested their feet for the finals by wearing bedroom slippers. And someone yelled, "Hey, honey, show us your shoes." And the girl lifted up her leg, and there she had a fuzzy bedroom slipper on. And from there, a tradition grew. Now, as we'll see during the parade from some of the contestants, they will have shoes that cost literally hundreds of dollars because they'll be custom made to reflect their state.
Oh, she's got boots.
There we go.
Minute.
Tara Holland,
Wait a minute.
97.
She's got boots. She's not the only one with boots, though.
That's
David.
Chantel Smith. Oh, yeah. Look at them.
She's
Look
not
at them.
the only one with boots. I have boots. Give me an idea of the kinds of things that you've seen in the past and some that we might see tonight, because this is really an opportunity for the contestants to show off their personality, somewhat about their state, and really have a little bit of fun.
I saw one year a young lady from representing the state of Oregon had duck decoys on her shoes. Her father was a wood carver, and he carved duck decoys. Another young lady had I forget exactly what the design was, but it lit up. I mean, they sparkled. She had them attached to a power source. So they really go all out, not just on their outfits that they're wearing, but they really go all out for their shoes.
That they're going in chronological order, so the closer we get to the end of this parade of Nashes will be the most recent Miss America.
They still have their fans. They really do. And, yeah, and here in front of Boardwalk Hall, we couldn't have picked a better spot for our location than